Hi Taurus, this reading is for you and it's your 2019 forecast. And I got my beautiful painting in the back, and this was inspired by colors that I see when I'm meditating. So it was just a meditation session, and it's an intuitive painting, and if you would like to buy it, you can find it on my website or you can contact me. And I asked for the most important message that my Taurus people need to hear for the start of 2019. And this reading is going to be for all of 2019, for all Taurus, anybody with rising sign Taurus, or on the cusp with the Taurus, or a lot of Taurus energy in their charts. And 3 is a very important number for this year, because this year we're in a number 3 vibration. When you add 2019 together, it gives you the number 3. And so far, every reading I've done has had a number 3 in it. Okay, so even I didn't mention that even in the Aries one, if you go back and look at the Aries, the number 12, right in the center of the reading equals 3. So with this card, it tells you that you have a lot of magical abilities. You have a lot of abilities, and the message that I'm hearing is you're just not using them, and you're meant to this year. The Wizard of Awareness. There's a lot of awareness in you about the earth, particularly about the earth and what's going on with the earth and the earth's cycles. Particularly if you're a man watching this, that this year you're going to find a big opening in your psychic ability, or a big opening or as I say opening, I hear, a big change of mind, a big change in how you see the world. A big change that just suddenly comes upon you in how you process life and how you feel about life. All the other readings, I already had the cards pulled, but I forgot to do it this time. And I had a particular request to use these cards for the Taurus readings. These, you might have saw me use them on my channel before. I did them used them in the Wendy Williams reading. I don't use them very much because it's just a lot of women in the deck and not a lot of man representation. I feel the deck was really made by somebody that really didn't have a favorable view of men. But it's a very fitting reading to go with the number 3 energy, very fitting deck to use. So I'm going to take one card out at a time. So let's start off with your opening message. Other than this, because this is an overall message for the year, this is your opening message, okay? The opening message for you, Taurus, for this year. It's so bright in here. Is it too bright? Ooh, what happened? It's almost as if I turned off all the lights. Oh, the camera is adjusting. Okay, I felt that a little bright, but so I'm good with things like this, okay? Find the colors show up a little bit brighter now. I got a dirty spot. I scratched right on the center of my camera. That's why sometimes things are very fuzzy there. So let's just see for Taurus, your opening message for 2019. So keep in mind, this is a 2019 reading. You can come back and look at this in June, anytime. I think I'll do updates in June of where things are at. So your opening message. And for some reason, when I read these cards, I don't read them as if they're cups or an 8 of cups like the traditional tarot. I really feel the picture speaks to me a lot. So your opening message is like something is trapped. What's trapped inside of you, what wants to get out. And one of them already is out. You can see, so, you're dealing with it. You're dealing with something. So 8 of Cups traditionally is about looking after emotional issues, finishing with the past and moving on. So there's some past issues here that this lady is beginning to deal with. She's not finished yet. So that's some past issues being dealt with. Okay, the next card that comes up for my Taurus. And I don't know any Tauruses. Oh, look at the Emperor. He's one of the few man cards in the deck. And if we see any more men in this reading, you're going to know what I mean by it doesn't always give a favorable representation of men. This is probably the nicest man card in the deck, Okay, let's see. What does this say to me? What does it say to you? It's a little Napoleon riding on his little horse. Okay, sorry about that. This card is telling you to achieve your goals and dreams this year. You really need to go for it. But I find this card so interesting, the depiction of this emperor, because he's a very childlike emperor. You may be small, but you're mighty, okay? You have the power to achieve your goals and dreams, but you need to go for it. And don't let small things stand in your way. Don't let immaturity stand in your way. Don't let childish foolishness stand in your way, is the message that I get from this Napoleon on his blue horse. It's a little rocking horse. It's very interesting. So go for your goals and dreams, but don't be foolish. Don't be childish about it. But you can be playful and childlike, but not foolish, okay? So let's see. The next card that we have here for you, Taurus, is, what's it saying to me? For 2019, this is the 9 of Cups card. And we got this in the other readings and in the last reading. And for me, when I was taught tarot, when I learned, I was always taught, at first I was taught on a deck of cards. So I was always, that 9 of Hearts is the most powerful card in the deck. It trumps everything. It overrides everything. It's always a yes to what your deepest wishes are. It always, no matter how bad and how much crap is in the rest of the reading, if you get this card, it tells me a wish is going to come true for you. So Taurus, that's a very nice card to have in your reading. But when it comes to telling you actions to take, it's saying take goals and steps towards your dreams, because it's worth it to do that. Because your deepest wishes and goals and dreams are going to come true. So let's see what else is coming for you in 2019, Taurus. I'm going to lay this one down here. What I'll do is I'll just lay it up against here, but I'll put the reading all together. I'm sorry about the lighting. I've been messing with the lighting. I don't know what I like. It seems to be too bright or not bright enough. So what is this card saying to me? It's the 2 of Pentacles, but these cards always give me such a different feeling than the traditional tarot. So what's leaving your life is you're juggling with a lot of things, a lot of balls up in the air. In one hand, out the other. In one hand, out the other. That energy is leaving your life. One step forward, one step back. And not having enough resources. It just never feels like you get ahead. Okay, that is leaving your life. That energy of not having enough money is leaving your life. Not having enough abundance, not having to rob from Peter to pay Paul, if you know that expression, is, you're always having to do something about your finances. And this is the very center of the reading. And I love it. Okay. You get another 9. So we get the 2 9s right here. Another 9. It's completion. Completion of something that was started. But with the swan, I love it. How the swan is her eye. I find that very mysterious, She's one with the swan. Swan energy is very beautiful and very graceful. This person is living in luxury. So that's the center of this 2019 reading. And this energy will become very strong in the middle of the year. So for Taurus, what I see for 2019 is that your finances are going to stabilize. If you're in a difficult financial situation, it will be easier. It will be much easier this year. You go from juggling your finances in 2018 to living somewhat in luxury in 2019. So it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to become a millionaire, but you're going to be living better than you were in 2018. Things are going to be better financially in 2018 for our Taurus. Okay, let me see. I'm reading this, I'm feeling like the opportunities that are coming your way in 2019, things to do with the internet, because when I see the spider, it represents to me the World Wide Web, how we are all interconnected, how everything is all interconnected, and we're becoming more interconnected. And I think that's a theme for you this year. There's a certain awareness arising in you that never occurred to you before, Taurus people out there. The 7 of Pentacles. What does she say to me? She's a very powerful figure. She's a loner, even though she has other spiders with her. She's the mother spider, as if she gave birth to 2 little spiders and she's letting them go. So her little seeds, because 7 of Pentacles are often about the seeds we're planting in our life. But this is also a very creative card. What are you creating? What are you nurturing? What are you growing? Are you growing it with positivity? Or are you being negative? Be very careful about that in 2019, because in this position, I read this as energies and opportunities that come your way. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities, but how are you going to nurture those? How are you going to grow them? Think of everything in your life, every thought you have, every desire that you have, as if it's a little seed that you're growing, or in this case, you little baby spiders that you need to get them off into the world. So what are you growing? What are you mothering? What are you fathering? What is that you're trying to birth out into this world and bring forth into this world? And what are you feeding it? Okay. Speaking of feeding, something came up for me very strong as I'm doing my readings this year is all about water. I keep getting water. Be careful what you're drinking this year. Everybody stay hydrated. Okay, now let me just see what obstacles you're going to have in your way this year. I just feel like I want to give it a good shuffle. What obstacles? I want to have a tripod, you guys. Well, I have tripods. They're just all over the place. Here. Balance yourself there, because I really want to see. I want to really get a good notion of the obstacles. Well, the message I get right away before you're your own worst obstacle, tourist. Okay. That's what came to me. Sorry. I see it like it is. You're your own worst obstacle. Yep. I see it right there. Obstacle in your way. Dun, 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 dun. She's cute. She's very sad. It's the 3 again. 3. Another part of the 3 energy. All the cards here represent, when you see there's in each deck, there's 5 3 cards. And then there's other cards that break down to a 3, but each one of them, each one of the, like the fire, the earth, the air, the wind, all represent some side of the energy of the number 3. So part of the energy is the number 3 is heartbreak for you. So obstacles that are in your way, there's a very strong energy of betrayal. There's a very strong energy of hurt that you need to heal from. And if you could put some focus and energy there, you would see so many areas of your life. And I love it how it's sitting right next to the awareness. Bring your awareness there. Bring your awareness in meditation to your heart chakra and set the intention that you're going to heal from everything that you need to heal from, because this is coming up very strong for you as an obstacle this year. What really stands in your way, isn't that great to know? That's the value of these readings. Isn't that great to know what your issue is so you can work on it? It's like a little butterfly that somebody picked up and stuck it to the wall instead of letting her fly free. So it's the metaphor for you not letting yourself fly free as you could be. Okay, so I want you to work on that. So it's obstacles and how to overcome them. That's very, very interesting. Okay, so the talents that you will be expressing this year. The talents that you will be expressing this year. And I feel like a new talent is coming out. A new talent is emerging. A feminine side, but I feel Taurus, like we have feminine energy rising very, very strong this year. But I feel a lot of men can't handle that. But you, Taurus, you can. It's going to bring out a side of you that you really like, that surprises you. You're going to become more intuitive. Ooh, I love this card. It's the Magician. And it's a very powerful card in your reading. I think how many major arcana did you have? I think that might be the only one. No, you got the Emperor. So you need to always pay attention what your major arcanas are, because they are your strongest energy. You get the Emperor. So, and the Magician. And they're both masculine numbers in a feminine year. So that's where I'm coming about, where I say you do good with the feminine energy that's rising, because you're very balanced. It feels like this 2019 is very balanced of yin and yang. But some emotional things holding you back. Number 3, painful card in a 3-year. You're meant to heal this year. The feminine energy rising is helping you with that. So the talents that you... My camera came out. That's weird, because the memory card is empty. I don't know why it showed full, but that's strange. But anyways, this camera has a much clearer picture, but it doesn't hold much. So this card matches this card. So you got the double message that you got some magical energy this year. She's the cat. You got some magical energy this year, big time. That maybe in other years you weren't so aware of, Taurus. But this year, it's going to be in your face. And use this to your advantage. Know that you can achieve anything you want. Okay, you got the magic wand. You're able. And it's even a shape-shifting card, you know. You got some talents and abilities that are going to come out. I love how the light is reflecting off of that, just making you a big ball of light over here as your center card with this 2019 reading. Now, let's see. I believe we have one more card left. Parting message, how to approach things this year, and this is an amazing card, Taurus. You know what, so far every reading that I've done, this is the fifth one, the fifth zodiac sign I'm in for 2019, and everybody has gotten very positive and powerful readings, really positive. And this is a beautiful card to get. I'm telling you, this is going to be an outstanding year for you, Taurus. This feminine energy that's rising in 2019, that's by June's just going to be blasting us, is a very good thing for you. I feel abilities are opening in you. And as I'm saying this, I feel like I'm directing it at a man or at my man Taurus that are watching this. I mean, the woman here, they can already accept the feminine energy. Woman is not having a problem with the energy that's rising. But in 2018 or in 2019, but the man Taurus is what I feel I'm directing all this to, because it's going to be the big surprise for the man, you know. Wow, what is all this? I'm feeling stuff. I'm feeling stuff I never felt before. I'm understanding things I never understood before. I'm understanding things about women's issues that I never understood before. I got abilities that I didn't even know I had. What is going on? And you are the star of your world this year. I'm telling you, it is going to be a very powerful year for my Taurus people. So how to approach things this year, like you're the star, like you're the magician, like you have all the power in your hands to do everything. The only thing I'm telling you basically is that you need to heal your heart, though. You need to heal past hurts, and this is the year to do it. It is very important for you to do that this year in order to move on. But it is going to be a prosperous year for you. Some of the struggles you experienced in 2018 is leaving your life. And when you got the magician and you got the star in the same reading and the wizard of awareness, bam, take that. You are going to be opening up that third eye like you will not believe. And it's just going to happen because that's the energy 2019.